study, and I'll just let him take over and explain now as we go on. I may be making
This was in Bob and Jane Poffenberger's house. Paul and Marlon Hershey are along with us there. We met in homes for at least maybe nearly 6 months. At that point, we weren't sure, is it going to be a church or are we just going to have a neighborhood Bible study? But it did grow into a group of interested people who wanted to develop a church, for which, of course, we were hoping that it would turn out that way.
This is a early brochure that you people had developed for the church, wasn't it?
Yes. Yeah, we just got this together kind of on our own. We didn't spend a lot of money. We handed this out. We had an advertisement in the paper. For the first service, we had 37 people show up. We really never went door to door. It was just kind of, here's an indication that we guided people in through the Camp Hebron grounds to the hospitality house. We met in the lower level of hospitality house for several months.
Did it get crowded as time went on?
Yes, it did. And in the summertime, of course, it was nice to. It's kind of damp and in the summertime. So we met in the chapel. This is the camp chapel.
1986. Now, how many people are still coming to the church who originally started?
Quite a few. That's a good, interesting question. There's quite a few that came from the beginning that are still with us. Marlon and Paula would be such persons. Right. This is in the lower level of hospitality house. Here's now the beginning of laying the foundation for the church.
The beginning of the real work. I understand that you guys were pretty innovative. I see something there in the news clipping about pepper picking.
Yeah, that was an interesting idea that Wayne Landis offered one Sunday morning, that he would give his ground to plant peppers for a money raiser, and we really got ourselves into a lot of work. But it was interesting. We didn't make quite as much as we were hoping, but it was good for the group of people that gave us something to work at, and it really did pull us together.
Now, that newspaper clipping was an indication that you got some good media coverage.
Yeah, we didn't even reach out for that. The news reporters learned about that.
Somebody just got the word. Wow, nice peppers. Look at that.
Yeah, I just wish I would remember how many ton.
Wow, who's that character on the tractor? Does he know what he's doing?
Doubt it very much.
Of course, he's eating up some of the profits there.
Party, yes, every night that we would pick, we would have refreshments.
And the building goes up.
That was exciting to see that happen.
Now, who's that on the floor, do you know?
I'm not sure, but this was a package from J.C. Snavely's. And I think those are fellows from Pine Grove Mennonite. Carpenters that came and donated some labor.
Wow, look at that.
We all know who that is.
And what's better than one but two?
Yeah. He has a twin.
Yeah. Marlon's a good guy. Getting the shingles on before it rains. Back to the pepper patch.
Well, that's where we made the money to pay for the shingles.
Yeah. Well, look at there. Do they know how to drive?
Yeah, that's Wayne's little boys.
Yeah.
There's Paula.
There's the workforce. Those are the driving force.
Paula was very innovative. She wrote a song for us. We've been working with the peppers all the summer through. It was very interesting. We almost had a real union spirit.
Yeah. Well, she wrote that song, didn't she?
Yeah.
Well, there's one of the other bosses.
There's Ken Lawyer. He just wouldn't miss. He was there early and stayed the whole way through.
Back to the pepper patch and more news media coverage. Do we recognize some of those guys?
That $7,000 building, that was a mistake. Be more correct saying 70,000.
Meanwhile, back at the building,
There's Marlon's son Mike. He helped him one day.
there's Tom and Lebo. There's Tom again. Lunch. Tom again.
That's the interior. It looks big, doesn't it?
Well, there's two of the bosses again. Another one.
United Pepper Picking, what does it say? Association of America, I guess. That was after pepper picking one evening. There we are with our shirts. We had quite a celebration one Sunday morning. Some of those people aren't with us anymore, but others are.
Let's see Ralph back there.
That was our dedication brochure. Winnie suggested that we make a banner. We had a girl from camp pull it together.
And there it is. What's your way?
We had a wave rocker, kind of like a praise wave rocker. There's a dedication for Reed and Dorothea's little baby.
First dedication?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, looks like a social gathering. Lots of those in Halifax Church.
I think that was a Thanksgiving gathering. David King's little children are on there. My goodness. Quite a bit bigger now.
That was a retreat. Of course, we see Marla and Paula there, and there's Tom. And there's Ken, Kaylor, and Margaret. Of course, there's another boss.
Now there's a few more there. Now that's at Kenbrook. That was the group that attended a retreat, two-night fine meal retreat near Lebanon. It was a
Quite a
very
gang.
good experience.
Quite a gang.
There was quite a... I think that date is probably 86. No, wait a minute. It would have been 86, I guess.
There's a pumpkin judging contest. Which one won?
I have the least idea. Kids need to have good times.
Sure.
Kids have good times along with the church. They learn to appreciate the church. There's two lovebirds.
At least at that time they were. They still are, though. This is the kite flying day. Watch this now. Watch this. Well,
Well, I guess they... Oh,
there
look
goes
who it
Senda.
is.
Yep. Now, you'll see why that kite crashed in just a minute. They just weren't paying attention to what they were doing. And of course, I can't see how all those people can fly one kite. Up there pretty good, but what goes up must come down. Guess what?
Come down, and you know where to.
There's our fearless shepherd. And there's the superintendent and his boss. That's another retreat, I guess.
And that's back at Kenbrook.
Lots of fun. We're all work and no play. Makes a very dull person.
There's my brother, Marvin Weaver. He was our resource that year. Little Heidi. She's a lot bigger than that now, isn't she?
Yep, she sure is. Talk about the epitome of ugliness and a contrast.
It's Brian and Michelle. Deb King leading the music. Bob Shoup really enjoyed his hat that weekend. I think he must have slept with it on.
Yeah, let's hear it from the puppets. These kids were in the basement while you guys were having it.
So they were out in another room, yeah. We had babysitters from the, I believe it was from a church in Lebanon.
Now this is the marshmallow eating contest.
Yeah,
Guess who was the winner?
This is weird.
Of course, there's Neil.
Yeah, Merv and Mary were very much a part of us then.
Games full of surprises. Now, if we could get all preachers to preach that fast.
I don't know what's going on here.
You just had to get a whole lot in and a little bit of space. Come on, Dave, turn around there. It doesn't smell that bad. Of course, we can see who the coordinated one is. There is.
No, the kids really got into that.
Now this cow is the best one for this position.
Dave and Deb, Lisa,
There's
Tom and Pat, and Kate. This is up at the farm. John and Kathy Fox lived on the Ivan Martin farm.
Come on, it's not that bad.
I didn't know that she was camera shy. Oh yes, Wayne and Kim's neighbors, Amos Stoltzfus' family, was with us for a Sunday school outing. Kids really got into it, seriously, literally.
Little boys are drawn to water like a magnet.
Little girls too, I believe.
Well, the little girl had to get involved. Of course, by the time it was over, they were all in it.
Oh man.
A face only a mother can love.
Whew. Well, at least they enjoyed it.
They sure did. She looks fascinated with that cat. Double ugly.
Now we got a Bible reading marathon.
That happened when?
Well, I forget the year.
And that's when you brought the live.
And that's when we
sheep
had
in
the
it.
the live sheep from the Fox farm for Christmas. Kids really liked that.
And that was
Here's a housewarming, or I guess it was. We bought a chair for them at least. I think it's when they moved into the.
one of
yeah.
Roger's hikes. When you go, you never come back. Unless, of course, somebody takes charge.
You come back, but I'll tell you, you come back beat.
Somebody took charge. Guess what?
Well, this was Christmas time during the Advent season a few years ago.
Palm Sunday. That was an anniversary party.
Well, this was kind of a shower. They were expecting a baby.
Oh, Hugo relief.
Oh, that's what that is. Mm-hmm, sure enough.
Now, watch real close and watch the roof fixer. There she is.
Oh, yes.
And there's two guys in a no-no. I guess Amish aren't supposed to play cards, are they?
Well, these cards.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure.
This was Easter.
Now, what do we have?
This was Easter about 2 years ago.
Oh, yes. All the kids have daffodils.
Yep. Let's see. And Amanda Duncan there. And there's Merv. And there's the king.
Mm-hmm.
And this was the Easter egg hunt.
Oh, my, what a sad face.
And somebody had to share.
Now you see the trailer out back. We were bulging with children. We just didn't know where to go, so we had the trailer there for a little over a year, I guess almost 2 years. This is inside. That'll be some good memories.
Right around Valentine's Day, I guess. It was February. Boy, look at all those kids. And I guess they had to watch where they sit. One of them might have went through the floor.
Yeah, that trailer was deteriorating. There's Carol teaching.
Yep, Carol. And she's got the Hagen boys right next to her.
Oh yes, there's our faithful chairperson for our building committee, and a good backup with his wife, Margaret.
1992. Of course, before we started anything, we had to start making a parking lot.
And that meant work, work, work. I wonder how many hundred trees we cut down.
Take some people's hands again.
Oh, yeah.
Like you can pull that out myself.
I guess there was one weekend there we had two splitters running. And really split a lot of wood.
Of course, where there's wood cutting, there has to be saw sharpening.
And
Chow time.
chow time. We always look forward to that. I'd like to cut wood again just so we could eat together.
And there are the two cooks. Howdy, ladies.
Make your camera shine.
And back to work. Here comes the gang in.
What a game.
Pretty cold out.
Well, all the kids come
Dedication.
up here.
They worked hard.
All the kids come up here.
Lots and lots of work.
Tommy's going to lead us. Tommy's going to lead us in a prayer, asking God to bless this venture. And then we want to have these fellows at least pretend that they're turning a little bit of ground. But Silver could just step up a little bit and watch these fellows turn the soil. Just step up a little bit so the camera can... Okay, fellows, you're going to have to turn a little bit of soil. Can you see it? Probably by Tuesday. I think the equipment is coming in here Tuesday too. to open up for the pouring of the footers. So every week you will be seeing a change from now on, the Lord willing. You're dismissed. Go in peace.
You know, we kind of did that on a QT, didn't we? At the last minute.
This,
Yeah, that
certainly.
groundbreaking.
Yeah, it was. I think you came to church in the morning and said, "Don't you think
more
we should
saw
have?
sharpening.
Don't you think we should have groundbreaking?" And sure enough, in about 10 minutes, we pulled it together.
Well, I wonder if that guy's ever going to get done sharpening his saw.
I know. I hope he did get some trees cut. This went up in a day's time. I couldn't believe it.
Oh, those guys are good. That's some of the nicest block work I've ever seen. It's too bad it got covered up. Oh, look who's working on the trusses.
Yeah, Murray was a good help.
I understand he was really tired by the end of that.
Yeah, he was.
Those were some pretty wide trusses. Well, that extension was bigger than our whole church, wasn't it?
Well, it was every bit as big.
Well, there goes the first two pieces of insulation in. Of course, where we work inside, we will have to work on a roof too. You know, it's interesting, those nailers really save some hammering, don't they?
But you got to know what you're doing. You can nail it the wrong place.
Yeah. Well, we had experts up there. Of course, once again, chow time.
Hey,
We went on strike. More insulation coming around the bend.
That man's still working in that corner.
Of course, it's much better if we can work twice as fast. Come on,
I
swing
wouldn't.
that.
I wouldn't put my
Boy,
foot
that
in
guy's
there.
still sharpening that saw. I'll tell you. Somebody ought to say something to him that we're done cutting wood. Now watch this guy go to work. And what's better than one man driving a stake but two?
Oh,
There
what
you
a
go.
risk.
There you go. Getting warm now. There's the cleanup committee. Another cool cleanup committee.
Two of Carol, huh?
Yep. And what's better than twice as fast? Two of the same person. Watch it. Maybe it's scooping up. Of course, where you have work, you gotta have loafing.
Yeah, but they put those islands in one evening.
I think somebody's looking for somebody. Well, she found it.
Uh-oh. They're completed.
That made a nice job, you know. We're getting ready for drywall. Well, that was a fast one. There goes the electrician. Just don't get your wires twisted, don't fall.
We put a lot of gallons of seal on there.
Here comes the boss. Watch the paintbrush. There's the Tin Man. Of course, there's always somebody laying down on the job. Guess who?
Now, what do we have?
Now for some fun. Fun and games.
An evening storytelling night.
That was a nice night. I really enjoyed that.
Shoops, the Stallions, the Weavers, the Rudies,
Of course, there's
the Twins.
Double Trouble.
There's a little
There's
girl.
still Double Trouble.
It's double trouble when there's only one there.
Of course, there's real Double Trouble. Every mother's nightmare.
Time will get started.
Nori.
Hi, kiddo.
Nori.
A little bit of sunshine.
Okay, let's start out with
Innocent.
Kendall. Anthony. Danielle. And Renee. There's Audrey and Amy.
One of her quieter moments. Are they angry at each other?
Whispering in the balcony, huh?
Poor Dad's taking a beating. Marshmallow time. Can you imagine putting something like that between two crackers and eating it?
Oh, yes.
Having a good old time.
I think some kids must like it. Oh, yes.
Now watch this one. I've never seen one kid, she did three things. She smeared up that gal's sweater, walked over to this guy, and watch her. She's going to turn around and stuff that marshmallow down the back of his shirt.
Oh, dear. And she still has it in her fingers.
Oh, well, you watch.
Get rid of it, will you?
Kids love marshmallows, don't they?
And they love the smear, too.
Even the big kids. Of course, we have to give the dog a treat.
Oh, that's a little hungry. Yeah, he wants to try it now. We still have this marshmallow.
Yeah, but watch what happens to it in the end.
Oh, dear. After all that, Daddy has to eat it. Get rid of it. Now go and wash your hands.
Of course, Matt always did like to play with fire. Well, back to the building site. Well, I think you got it.
Roger put the railings up that night, I believe.
I think they ought to get some work done though. With those insulation. You know, this guy is really talented, you know.
Doug really hung in there, I'll tell you.
Now you watch this. Okay. What's the little boy's name? He's supposed to be such the brat. But
That's
look at
Aunt.
that.
Oh my goodness. Alice? She gave him a number on his head. Yeah, they raked and raked and raked back there.
Well, some people have to sit on the tractor.
Never working. Look at that. Look at that.
Yeah, there's all kinds
That
of
time
things.
he gets off there and does something.
So now we're just about ready for doors and trim work.
Grass is growing. That was pretty fast,
That
wasn't
was very fast.
it? Doing the trim work.
Oh yes, these are,
Here's the boss.
this was the day the volunteers were there from Blue Lake Builders. They did us a good service.
Yeah. They did a nice job too. You know, the doors in that place are really heavy.
Very heavy.
It's gonna be in Channel 8 tonight.
Now who do we have? That's Brian, I guess, helping Doug one Saturday morning.
Yep, there he is. From insulation to carpet.
Hey, what are you doing there?
Doug put all that carpet in. Of course he had some help.
Okay.
Marlon's putting the trim on.
Nice. There's a Sunday school picnic we had. waiting for dinner. Some weak thoughts. Now you watch what she does with this hot dog. It's just like she's ready to put it in her mouth, and all of a sudden something struck her.
She's peeling like a banana. She has to get it.
Now here's a new way to...
Kids with food, don't they have their own ways of doing things?
Yeah.
Oh,
Right.
Robbie.
Watch this. Now watch this. She's got gum. And she got to take it and put it under the table. Watch. Did you see that?
Uh-huh. She got rid of it.
Alright. She is a cute kid though, you know? She's very animated.
Yeah, what's all this?
You're given directions to go down to the lake. Getting ready to play some games here. Of course, we gotta speed up the instructions a little bit.
Well, we missed Bob and Linda. They're in Mennoland Camp in Quakertown.
Watch this. This is fun.
Somebody's going to get knocked over down there. That's Branton.
I thought it was Linda.
No, I think that's George and Joe's little boy.
This little kid up there, she is screaming and carrying on. Ralph comes over and picks him up.
No, that's
No,
George.
okay, yeah, it is George.
These people.
That's a scavenger hunt they're having. And they're filling out a sheet as they find things. What their game is it that they're playing?
Oh, you had to walk through there without smiling. That's why Edith is walking like a real determined person. See, there's Becky trying the same thing. You had to do it again and again and again.
Well, those two have lots of practice at facing off, don't they?
No, I went to camping.
There's old sourpuss John. And of course, Kathy never could keep a straight face.
They're even trying Bob.
Yeah, I had Bob in there. And now we have the kids in the canoes and the boats. Same to you, fella. Now this is Carmen playing her favorite game.
She must love the mud and the water.
She is having a great time. Of course, Mother doesn't want it. Rather than wash the hands, it goes on the skirt.
soon.
Now here it goes. This is about a 15-second sequence. Hurry up, Mother. Okay.
Her mind
Try
goes
something else.
Yep. Her mind goes to something else. Okay, then I'll go back to playing in the mud.
Oh, she's got other ideas.
Don't throw mud.
Yeah, she takes constant supervision.
Good job, Brent.
This is the
Okay, how about
first Sunday morning, I think, in the new wing.
touch my feet, touch my feet,
Is it?
touch my feet.
Well,
It's the way
it
I
might
touch
be,
my feet,
it's close to, it says November. I think we were in a little earlier than that. There's Joey.
Your hands.
What a blessing, though, to have a finished facility like that. We're already out in the hall. All the rooms are filled. No place for the toddlers.
That building went together really smoothly, too.
Cinda's teaching a song, I believe.
Yes, she's teaching a song for the future event.
running around after
And so God saw everything that he had made, and behold, it was very good. And he just continued to bless us.
Oh, that's an appropriate ending there.
What just happened? One more.
And so ends another chapter in the life and times of Halifax Community Fellowship. The new wing is complete. All the tools have been put away, and classes have been meeting now for several weeks. This evening we are gathered in celebration and honor. First of all, we give glory to God for guidance and direction in helping the building to go smoothly and without incident. Secondly, in honor of those few among us in leadership who went all out, above and beyond the call of duty to see to it that everything went according to plan. And finally, as a token of thanks to all of us who did our small parts according to the talents God has given us. With this said, we go to the sights and sound of our appreciation banquet.
What shall I say? Putting up with Ken? Or all the time that Ken put into the meetings, and I know there was a lot of time spent other than our meetings. So Ken and Margaret, if you would come up. Now. No, you too, Margaret. There's a lot of other people that could be mentioned, but I'm not going to mention any names because as sure as I do, I'll forget someone. And someone might be insulted. So I just want to thank everybody who was involved, all the volunteers, the rest of the building committee members. Said I wasn't going to mention any names, but Miller, the general contractor, and of course, Dale Kaufman, our architect. There's been a there's been a video made by Jerry Rudy, starting from probably 8 years ago up until present. You and Marcus to have that. Thank you. It's a token of our appreciation for what you've done.
Thank you. John, wait a minute. Turn around so you see all that.
Is this for the paper? For the pager?
Sorry.
Now I know why they didn't tell me anything about tonight. They didn't even say I had to make a speech. I warned you. 2 minutes ago. But I didn't bring one, so you're okay. But I would like to take this opportunity to say thank you to everyone here, the building committee, the builders, the volunteers, the helpers, everyone. And I know a lot of people did a lot more than I did, and there's at least one sitting at this table. Every time I stop by just to check on things, Pastor Weaver was there working. You know, he's been there all day painting or something like that. So I know much has gone in, and many that have done many things. I know Roger almost single-handedly found the trailer and took care of it. And so, for many things. For many things, I say thanks. But really, I think we all need to be thankful for each other and be thankful for the Spirit that led us in this venture. And so we really should say thank you and give praise to the Father. We have the addition completed. We're using it, and it is certainly a blessing. We have the building. Now we've got to get down to the business of building the church. And William is going to make just a few comments on vision for the future, and after that he will be dismissed.
I don't really have a lot of vision comments tonight. I do want to talk about Vision 2000 tomorrow morning in connection with our anniversary. This is 8 years since we began, and that's why I'm talking about Vision 2000. That will be 8 more years if the Lord tarries. And I believe that John's comment is well taken. Buildings we can build, but the church is the more important. The people are the church. So I would hope and pray that in the next years, this building will not nearly suffice. We already have the architectural plans for the next phase. Dale has completed that, and I guess as soon as we have desperate needs for that phase 2, and we have this paid, then possibly it would be exciting to get into enlarging the facility where we have a larger sanctuary. I want to just make this comment. I too want to register my thanks for Ken's capable leadership in the building committee. And I thought it was appropriate that Margaret stood here because in honor of what all he did. There were many a night that Margaret wished that he could have been with the family or with something else, but he was committed to the building program. That's significant, and that's commendable. And that's why this comment, I think, was forthcoming. We have a person in this group who said to me he's come through several church building programs, and he made this comment that this was the smoothest, uneventful building project that he was ever a part of. I didn't know what all he meant when he said that, but I was told that in other church building projects, there were stressful situations where people were not agreeing and actually almost brought about a division. That's unfortunate. For that, we can thank the Lord. There was never a time when there were any sharp words, and very few times when there was very keen differences. We didn't always agree, but I think that is because God was in this building. You know what the psalmist says? Unless the Lord builds the house, you know how that finishes? They labor in vain that build it. And I believe that's what we were experiencing. We praise the Lord for that. So those of you who are regulars with us here at the community, tomorrow we are celebrating our 8th anniversary. Those of you who are guests here, you're welcome to come and join with us. This man who is doing a video here now has pulled together some photographs and some clips of videos through the years, and we're going to have that presentation tomorrow morning as our 8th anniversary celebration. God bless you for being here, every one of you. Those of you who are from a distance, like Dale Kaufman drove all the way in here with his family from Strasbourg, we certainly appreciate your willingness to come. Unfortunately, we had 30 more people invited, some volunteers. For instance, the Blue Lake builders came and did all our finish work, no charge. They were invited, but they stacked up their priorities a little differently. They felt it was very important to be in the mountain to try to get a deer. That's where they are. Otherwise, they would have been here too. So, thank you again. I hope you enjoyed the evening. You probably won't eat breakfast. At least I don't think I will. It was a very good meal. Did we applaud Kathy?
No,
Bring her out. Kathy got this one. Wait till she's out and then give it to her. Come on, Kathy. Let's show her how much we appreciate it.